Hello, Aquarius. So good to see you. Welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach, and I help you choose growth and the healing of your inner roots. I have an intuitive message for you today. This will look at your inner world as well as your outer world. Okay. Right. Oh boy, what intense cards. We've got the moon on the outside. We've also had the death on the outside. We have the Three of Cups on the inside and the Father of Horns on the inside. Father of Cups as well. Horns are cups in this deck. Okay, so, nope, we're going to start on the outside. You know, I'm feeling the energy of reassurance. And so things do not seem clear in the outside world. You seem like you're in this area of transition, of movement that is shadowy. It's not fully understood. Some of the things just don't make sense. Nothing is really falling into place logically. And it feels a bit confusing and almost disjointed emotionally. This is definitely a time of transition, and what this means is there's a new phase opening, a new door opening, a new evolution of self-opening through a different phase. But there's a reason why you're not supposed to see this clearly right now. I think, is it about resistance or is it about the shift is so big. My guides are saying the shift is so big that if you had clarity on it, you would actually be resisting it a lot more. And the shift is so big and it is so positive and it is so beneficial for you that resistance is not going to help you in the long run, because this is all happening for your good, for your highest good. So they're giving you, the universe, your guides are giving you this path that seems really murky and really just like, nothing makes sense here. Nothing is connecting. Things that seem to be in line before just aren't in line anymore. They're not in place. And the reason for that, again, is because on the other side of this door is a completely different structure, a completely different reality waiting for you. But you can't totally perceive it, fathom it, embrace it from where you are. So at the moment, it just looks like fragments. It would be like, I don't even know if this is a thing. It might just be in my head. If you could put an elephant in a room and then you cover up, and maybe it's a glass room, so it's windows all around, and you cover up all those windows with like dark fabric or dark paper, and you cut tiny little holes in this paper, this fabric randomly. And so you peer through the holes, but you're not seeing the whole picture. You're just seeing parts of the elephants. You're seeing like the tail, or you're seeing the head. And maybe you've never seen an elephant before. And you think, well, what the heck is this? This is the most confusing thing I've ever seen. That's what reality is for you right now. But understand and trust that there is a larger order to it. There is a bigger order. And there is a deeper logic that has your back, okay? You don't have to understand it all right now. All right, now inside we have your emotional world going on. The Three, the celebration, community, and then the King of Horns. All right, I want to look at it this way for a second. All right, that community feels far off. This community, this idea of unity, the feeling of other people around you supporting you, that feels very far off right now. It feels like you're alone, isolated. And there's a lot of emotions about this. Part of the reason why the outside world looks so confusing right now is that your emotional landscape on the inside is a bit stormy. And it's also chaotic, and there's energy that wants to express itself yet is held in. And when it's held in, it creates this distraction, this almost warped view of what's going on the outside. I did this research when I was in my different world in academia about positive and negative brain states. And when you're in a negative emotion, you can't actually process objective information correctly. When you're in negative, like when you're sad or you're angry or whatever, you can't actually digest the information properly. It's been scientifically explored. So that's what I feel is going on here. That because of this emotional energy, you're not quite sure what to do with it. You're holding it in. You're feeling like you have to isolate yourself from others in order to feel it. And because you feel it, you're isolating. That energy is stuck. It can't go anywhere. And that stuck energy is clouding your perception. In addition to reality already being very confusing. So, in a bit of a pickle here, Aquarius. Okay, so let's get some advice for you. Come on. This card doesn't want to come out. Here comes the sun, right? Here comes the clarity. Here comes the rationality. The sun is asking for joy, it's asking for love, it's asking for light. It's asking also for connection. You see these two birds are connecting with each other. So this is not the time to disconnect. In fact, the sun trumps the moon. It's the antidote to the moon, right? The opposite of the moon. The sun is clarity. It's seeing everything for what it is. The quickest way to do that for you right now, Aquarius, is to reach out and to get some of this emotion out of you. You need to process it out. You need to release it. You need to let it go, because I didn't finish telling you the other side of the research was when you're in a positive emotion, that's when you take in information correctly. So when you're feeling satisfaction and contentment and you're feeling comfortable, that's when you process information correctly. I know for me in academia, this makes a lot of sense, because there have been days when I would go to class and I was angry or sad or frustrated, and I don't even remember what we learned. But days when I was feeling good and I was really excited to learn and really interested, I can still remember what we covered, and that was, 20 years ago or something like that. So this is about getting clarity through the release of emotions, through reaching out to those loving connections that want to support you, that are there for you. Embracing and shining outward rather than holding and repressing inward. And you're going to see so much more clarity. You're going to see more of your reality fall into place. Like the building blocks will fall into place and everything will be there. And you'll see it. It'll be in its perfect order, in its perfect sequence, and it will have a deep meaning. Okay, Aquarius, thanks again so much for sharing your time and your energy. If you feel you're in one of these confused transition moments, please let me know in the comments, or if you have a completely different comment altogether. It's always amazing and lovely to hear from you. If you're curious to learn more about me and how I can support your journey further, please check out the description below. I look forward to seeing you here. I'll look forward to seeing you here next time, Aquarius. Have a good one.